How many people are going to be here tomorrow? Wow, really? Why? How many are going for track? How many are going for robotics? So what else? How many are going because they're like leaving on vacation? How many are just not coming because no one else is coming? Okay. So who will be here tomorrow? You just take a test in class then, Paige. Paige, you just take a class. I don't think we're going to do it. Alright, get you here. Well, let's just do examples. It's easier. I'll pass out the worksheet we're doing. So we're doing the same stuff as yesterday, but you don't have a graph. But you do have a calculator, so it's really not that much more difficult. Did you want one of yesterday's too? You want one of yesterday's too? I'll just do that. I remember she wasn't here yesterday because no one spoke. You were It's very difficult to teach when no one can give you
I think the interview quite hilarious.
Oh yeah, how'd it go?
It went really well. I realized once I was there, it was less prepared than I wanted to be, and then the way it worked is from 9 to noon, you kind of walked around, handed out your resume, and then if companies wanted to, they could call you back for a one-on-one or two-on-one interview to employers from like 1 to 4. So I ended up meeting with Polaris on the board of acronyms. And I'm really hoping for the Polaris one. I'd be really hoping for Polaris.
I think probably both of those.
Yeah, sure. I'm going into computer engineering, so whatever I'm going to be doing is going to be back a little bit.
Okay. Quiet, please. So this is still area between two curves. So you're going to have like a top border and a bottom border. And your job is still to do left to right, top minus bottom, times dx. If you look at the board on the side over there, that's kind of a summary of the entire unit we're starting right now. We're doing area and then volume in both vertical and horizontal orientations. Once you get the basics, like it all kind of applies. You can apply it to all of it. So, the thing here is we can't see the graph, so I don't know if it cross. You know how sometimes like you'll just get like that and that, and you've got a left hand and a right hand, and there's just one shape. But then sometimes it crosses, and whatever was on top in this portion is now on the bottom in this portion, right? Like there's those two different kinds of things. I can't see the graph, so I don't know which is which. So what I'm going to do is use solver in my calculator and set them equal to each other, get the x values, and then we'll be able to see where the graphs intersect, and we can go from there. So go to solver, and this one you could probably just do algebraically, but whatever. Go ahead and go to solver. So to remind you where that is, that's F2, solve, and you type in the equation just like it appears, like including the equal sign and everything. We didn't do this yesterday, Quinn. Yes. No, I didn't touch the calculators. Okay. So F2 solve, and then you just put one equation equals the other equation. Actually, tell the calculator what variable you want to solve for. You say x. And we get 2 and 5. 2 and 5? Thank you. If you don't say no, I'm just going to go with yes, because the longer distance folks say yes. 2 and 5 good or not? You have a look on your face that clearly says it's not good, but you could use words also. Let's say what? Oh, okay. 2 and 5? 2 and 5? Alright. Alright. The other issue here is they gave us 2 and 7. So what we have is like at x equals 2, there's a boundary. At x equals 7, there's a boundary. Like that's what this original thing in the question tells us. But then the 2 graphs must intersect at x equals 5, so somewhere in the middle. So what that tells us is kind of like the critical points deal. This tells us if we have 3 intersection points, how many integrals am I going to have to make? I'm going to have to make 2. I'm going to integrate once between 2 and 5, and I'm going to integrate once between 5 and 7. I don't really know which one's on top. If you want to go into your calculator and graph it, you can go into your calculator and graph it. If you want to test points, you could test points. Like I could plug 3 in, because 3 is between 2 and 5. I could plug 3 into this, and I could plug 3 into this, and I could figure out which one's on top. I'm not even going to bother doing it, because if I'm wrong, what happens? This just gets mine. I'm going to say, so if I'm wrong, what happens? It comes out negative. If it comes out negative, you know it's wrong, right? You can't have a negative area. So like if this comes out to negative 10, you're just going to say it's 10. So one will probably call it negative, one will call it positive. So I'm going to integrate from 2 to 5. I'm just going to guess. I don't know what's what. I don't care. Like it's not worth my brain power to worry about which one we'll talk about. So negative x squared plus an 8x minus 11 minus the x minus 1. Remember to put that second one in parentheses. And then, so if you're typing in the calculator, it looks like this. X, and then 2, and then 5. Right? But really what I'm doing is integrating from 2 to 5. And then we're doing that in the calculator. You know what that means?
It means I hit derivative and say.
I was going to say it means you have 2 here. So I got a positive number. What does that mean about my guess of what was on top of the bottom? I was correct. Did you guys get 9 halves? 4.5, 9 halves, same thing. So now when I go to do the second one, if this was on the top for the first part, it's going to flip, right? But if I don't flip it, what's going to happen? Not negative. Just make it positive. So it's not even that big of a deal. But I'm going to flip it just because I know, so I might as well. Actually, I'm not going to flip it. Here's what I'm going to do. For the sake of time. I already have it typed in, right? 2 to 5. So I'm just going to go change it from 5 to 7. I did not reverse the order of them, so this one should come out negative, but that's okay. So I get negative 26 thirds, which means I had the wrong thing on top, but I kind of already knew that. And so that second part is 26 thirds. Okay, that's the face. What is it? That face meant you were good?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, okay. 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 If you were asked to write this out on a free response, and like let's say we can't see the graph, I don't know what it looks like. It's not really technically okay to just be like, oh, that's negative, I'm gonna make it positive. But it is if you put the mathematical symbol that does that in the formula. on a free response, you would just do that. And then that way you're covered either way. If it comes out positive and you guess right, great. If you guess wrong and it comes out negative, well, you're taking the absolute value of it, so you're good. And then what do I have to do with these two numbers? I have to add them together because this was like the first chunk and the second chunk. 79/6. And that'll be your answer. Questions in that process? Where'd you get this? Why did this happen? What's an integral? Okay. If I look at the second one, what's different? It does have fractions. What's different that's relevant? What's not there? Like those vertical lines that border it for you, right? So every x value that you get has to come from solver. So this one, if this didn't have the 2 and the 7, and we did solver, we just got 2 and 5, we would just use 2 and 5, and how many integrals would I have to use? Just the 1, right? And I'd be done. So when I put this in solver, I might get, if I get one answer, I'm in trouble. Because I can't integrate between one number. If I get 2 answers, how many integrals do I have? 1. If I get 3 answers, how many integrals? First, second, and third, I have 2 integrals. If I get 4 answers, which is possible, how many integrals would I have? 3. You know, like the first, second, and third, and fourth. You know what I'm saying? So put it in solver. See what we get. Bless you. I got -3, 0, and 2. Agreed? So I'm going to write this out. And I'm not necessarily asking you to write it out here. It's multiple choice. And these would most likely be multiple choice. You got the AP test too. But just in case we have to write it. Do you need one then? Right here. Thank you. So my first integral is from what to what? -3, 0. Here's another trick you can use to make the writing out of it much shorter. I'm going to go up to the top. And when you get this on the AP test, this won't be y. It'll be like f of x. And then this one will be like g of x. So for now, you can just replace those on your own, just call one f and one g, and then what you are allowed to do, instead of writing that entire equation, is I'm going to go, okay, f of x minus g of x times dx. I'm going to put my absolute values there to cover me in case what? What am I doing in case of? In case I guessed wrong, in case I got the order wrong, it comes out negative. But this is a lot shorter, and you're less likely to screw it up, I think, than like writing out the entire equation, you know? When you type it in, you're kind of stuck typing in the whole deal, but at least writing it is shorter. So let's integrate that guy. -63/8. Anybody?
Yes.
Yes. So what do I put? Positive 63/8, right? So I guess wrong, but I don't care. Plus the integral from 0 to 2, absolute value of the integral from 0 to 2. And then again, make your life as easy as you can. So this is how it's typed in right now. I'm going to leave, because I already have like the first equation minus the second equation. I don't need to type all that in again. I'm just going to change the limits from to 0 to 2. And then I don't have to type everything again, so that gives me 8 thirds. You guys getting the same stuff?
No.
No.
I got 57 over 8 for the first one.
Are other people getting 57 or are you getting 63? Somebody freaking talk! So we did 63. So what do you, Quinn, do you have? Well, I can check my answer. So 63, 8 plus 8 thirds, 253 over 24, which is A, which is right. So you must have something typed in a little weird somehow. Here's what I have typed. This is like negative x to the third divided by 2 minus x squared divided by 2 plus 2x. I did, instead of minus negative x, I did plus x.
Did you say for the integration the last part had to be initial?
Well, if I'm subtracting a quantity, I'm putting parentheses to make sure the negative sign gets distributed through.
Okay.
But this was just minus negative x, so I just put plus x.
Okay, I did minus parentheses negative x.
That shouldn't matter. It should be the same.
I still got 57 over 8. No.
So then when I add those up, like I said, I already forgot. 253 over 24, which that is A. That's really stupid. How many got? What I got? How many got the right answer? Right here. Up the top. What? What? So you spoke, but then when I asked you to repeat what you said, you can't speak. Do you have these? Do you have one of those and not the other? For the bot, but you got 63 already. Did you just change the limits? So I'm going to go to you got Everybody else want me to look at it? Okay. Okay, go ahead and try number 3 if you haven't. If you're good with 1 and 2, go to 3, let's try it, let's see how we do, and go from there. Yeah. Your solver? Yeah, we're at. Just don't put the y. Don't do it. Oh, that's what the error told you?
Yeah.
Oh, let's look at number 3 together. This, I forgot this situation comes up.
Yeah, solve for false.
Yeah. When you put solve for this one, like I said, that equal to that, I got false. What does that mean? You don't have to raise your hand. Good Lord, just yell. I want you. Yeah, so these are never going to equal, right? So they never intersect. So they have to, in this case, give me those those bars to look at because there's no intersection point. So since they don't so one of these looks like, if I were to graph this, looks like that, and then like this. So they never are going to cross, but they give us the x equals 1 and the x equals 4, so that's how we create a shape to know like where to look between. So you're going to integrate from 1 to 4, pick one of them to put on top. I mean, you're just guessing, but you didn't get any solutions when you set them equal, so you just have to use the 2 points that they gave you as your endpoints. It'll just be one integral. Alright, so again, I can change these. This one I don't necessarily need to because it's not like a long equation, but that's what I'm doing. I'm typing in the 2 equations and I'm hopefully getting the right answer. So they give you the 2 points here. You're looking for more points, but there aren't any because it was false. So you only have 2. I mean, it's just one integral from the first one to the second. Are we getting this? Are we getting 50% over 4? What's funny?
Nice and fun. The calculator will do absolute value for you.
Oh, yeah. Just in case you don't know how to like
Catalog
put it, take a negative sign away.
Yeah. I didn't say it was entirely useful.
Right, that's cool.
I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
There's a difference between something being fun and something being practical. Yeah.
So if I can help, let me know. When we come back, what we start doing is revolving these shapes around an axis. And then we get things that kind of start looking like these. People 3D printed these for me a few years ago. Because like these are the kind of shapes we find. And they're impossible to draw, at least impossible for me to draw. This will allow me to like show you some idea of, so we're going to, if you took a shape and revolved it around the x-axis, you picture that as the x-axis. We'll find the volume of this shape, or this way, or that. So that's what we start doing when we come back, and that's the last like major topic. Yeah.
Wait, really? I'll see if it still has the files, but I can do that pretty easily. They probably wouldn't be that big, but then they would not be.
So let's wait till we get to it, and then we can pick out a few drawings I think are like used the most. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Right? Cool. Davies would like it too. It's like something useful. Yeah. Okay, wait. Let me talk about that up here. What number is that? 5? I want to show you number 5. One other little situation that came up here. So we get x equals 1 and x equals 5. That's the boundaries that they're telling us. And when you put this in solver, you got 0 and 3. I'm going to throw away the 0. Why?
It's not the boundaries that they told us.
We're only told to look between 1 and 5, so we don't use, if it intersects outside of that, I don't care. So you narrow your focus between the 1 and the 5, so the 3 matters, the 0 doesn't. And so you go, 1 to 3 and 3 to 5. Is that what you're asking? You don't know. Okay. Sorry, I got all excited about it. Yes, I'm gonna lower it. Let's scroll down. It's like a couple Yeah.